We see media coverage of bullying and cyberbullying cases which come to an extreme and or tragic end. Parents, schools, and entire communities express strong opinions on how to deal with the bullies and wonder what could have been done to protect the victim. But really, what is bullying? It's a problem behavior based on power relationships in which a student or a group of students uses that power aggressively to cause an emotional or physical pain or distress to another student. So how do we identify the difference between bullying and pure conflict? There are 4 specific characteristics that can qualify a situation as bullying. The first is intentional. Children can hurt other children by accident. However, bullying is intentional and meant to cause some sort of harm, whether it's physical or verbal. This behavior may persist even after the victim has asked the bully to stop. The next is that it's repetitive. In most cases, bullying happens repeatedly, and they often target children who know they will not do anything about the behavior, so the bully continues as long as they like. It's hurtful. Bullying is a negative behavior that may include physical or verbal harm. The types of hurtful behavior that qualifies bullying are varied, but they still cause some sort of harm to the victim. And finally, it's an imbalance of power, sometimes known as it's an unfair match. If 2 children hold an equal amount of power, one bully cannot bully the others. This imbalance of power can come from different sources, including age, size, strength, and social status. Bullying includes not also physical aggression, but also verbal aggression, which is teasing and taunting. Also spreading rumors, which cause the student to be socially rejected or isolated from others. Within a bullying situation, everyone plays a part. The question is, which role do you play? Are you the bully? They're often hot-tempered, inflexible, overly confident, and don't like to follow the rules. Often, the bully lacks empathy and may even enjoy inflicting pain on others. They often desire to dominate and control. They perceive there's a hostile environment when one does not exist, and as a result, they tend to overly react aggressively. Are you the victim? Girls and boys of all sizes and backgrounds can be a victim, and some children are more likely to be victimized because they appear small, weak, insensitive, insecure, or just different from their peers. Or are you the bystander? The bystander is an important new strategy for bullying prevention because it focuses on the powerful role the bystander plays in the whole situation. Depending upon how a bystander responds, they can either contribute to the problem or help the solution. Bystanders rarely play a negative, neutral role, although they may think that they do.
Sarah is a senior, and Dana is a sophomore. Sarah doesn't like Dana, and one day she decided to post a picture of Dana on Instagram with the caption, "I hate this girl. Push her into any locker every chance you get." Although Sarah never pushes Dana herself, Dana gets pushed and harassed by groups of male and female upperclassmen during every passing period for almost 2 weeks. Her friends don't talk to her anymore, her space and personal belongings are no longer respected, and it seems everyone is talking about her behind her back. Dana's life changed the moment Sarah hit the share button.
Sadie, Ben, and Morgan are all freshmen. Sadie had been dating Ben for 6 weeks when they suddenly break up. Sadie learns that Ben is now dating Morgan. Sadie gets Morgan's cell number and texts her hateful messages about breaking her and Ben up. Morgan responds to the text messages with her own hateful messages about how Ben dumped Sadie because she was fat and ugly. The two girls exchanged text messages throughout the weekend.
There are several types of bullying. The first one is physical. Physical bullying involves hurting a person's body or possessions. It includes hitting, kicking, punching, spitting, tripping, pushing, taking someone's or breaking someone's things, and making mean or rude gestures. It's also verbal. Verbal bullying involves saying mean things. It can include teasing, name-calling, inappropriate sexual or racial comments, taunting, or threatening to cause harm. Third, relational. Relational bullies work to damage a victim's social status and relationships. It's especially common among girls. Relational bullies often do this to increase their own standing or to control others. You'll hear it sometimes referred to as mean girls. And finally, reactive. Reactive bullies coax others into harming them. It's often unclear who the true bully is. A reactive bully incessantly taunts a peer until the peer snaps and reacts with physical or verbal aggression. Reactive bullying may be the most difficult type of bully to identify. This is because the reactive bullies also tend to be victims of bullying as well. And finally, cyberbullying is used to spread rumors, threaten others, and make life miserable for victims. This is a collective or group note writing or any bullying used through the use of texting, Facebook, Instagram, Ask.fm, or any other way through technology. Remember, Whiteland Community High School can hold students accountable for inside and outside school behavior because it can affect a victim's learning environment. This year, over 5 million kids will be bullied at school, online, on the school bus, at home, through their cell phones, and on the streets of their towns, making it the most common form of violence for young people in this country to experience. At the same time, we as staff and students at Whiteland Community High School must take a stand against bullying. Being able to recognize conflict versus bullying and which role we play in the big picture is an important first step. Remember, doing nothing is always the wrong response.